Logistics is the process of strategically managing the efficient flow and storage of raw materials in process, stock, and finished goods from point of origin to point of consumption. This entire topic today, it's part of your 4Ps of marketing, which is place or placement or distribution, which is sometimes what they also call it. Inventory control systems develops and maintains an adequate assortment of materials or products to meet a manufacturer's or a customer's demand. The goal of inventory management is to keep inventory levels as low as possible while maintaining an adequate supply of goods to meet the customer's demand. Basically, when you're looking at inventory control systems, the idea is not to keep much stock of anything in hand, because that's just money being tied up. However, to keep enough that if customers come asking for a product, we have it. There's a few definitions to look at with inventory control systems. The first one is stockout. This is a situation where a customer demand for an inventory item goes unfulfilled because the requested item is unavailable at the needed time and place. Cycle stock. Inventory held temporarily for the purpose of fulfilling predicted demand in a period. For example, most stores would stock up quite heavily prior to Christmas and Black Friday, whereas there may be other special occasions such as Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, where businesses would also stock up on particular items. Did you know more flowers are sold on Mother's Day than Valentine's Day? For businesses, if they're looking at cycle stock, this is where they would temporarily hold larger quantities for the greater demand during this period. And the last definition here, safety stock, also known as a buffer. This is extra inventory held in addition to cycle stock as insurance against unexpected demand increases. A good example of a product in today's world would be toilet paper, sanitizer, even pasta and sauces, perhaps? Inventory control is made up of several different factors. But first, the definition. Inventory is commonly thought as the finished goods a company accumulates before selling them to the end user. But inventory can also be described as the raw materials used to produce the finished goods, goods as they go through the production process, referred to as work in progress, or goods that are currently in transit. Imagine going to a cafe. The coffee that they serve to you, that's the finished good. But then again, a cafe's inventory would also include the coffee beans, the milk, the sugar, the cups, the lids for the cups if it's a takeaway coffee, quite a few different elements as you can see. So back to some of the components of inventory control. So we're looking at in-transit inventory. This is inventory that is currently moving within a transportation network to or from the company's facilities, whether they be the plant or factory, the warehouse, or even the sales location. Work in process inventory. This is material that is currently in the process of being converted into finished goods. Seasonal inventory, an extra inventory buffer that is held in response to predictable demands increases that may occur annually. Material requirement planning. such as MRP or materials management, an inventory control system that manages the replenishment or reordering of raw materials, supplies, and components from the supplier to the manufacturer. Distribution resource planning, an inventory control system that manages the replenishment of goods from the manufacturer to the final consumer, as well as automatic replenishment programs, a real-time inventory system that triggers shipment only when a good is sold to the end user. So for example, we just sold something, so we got to order more raw material or more product so that we have it in stock to sell to the next customer. An order processing system captures order data from customer service employees or from customers directly, stores the data in a central database, and sends order information to the accounting and shipping department if applicable. This basically means it's the process or workflow associated with picking, packing, and delivery of the packed item to a shipping carrier and is the key element in order fulfillment. In order to achieve this, good communication among sales representatives, office personnel, and warehousing, as well as shipping personnel, is essential. Electronic data interchange is an information technology that replaces the paper document that usually accompanies a business transaction. And smart RFID, which stands for radio frequency ID. This is an inventory handling and tracking system that employs radio frequency, electromagnetic fields to transfer and read product data via an electric tag. If you're not familiar with RFID, definitely look into it. There's quite a bit of exciting things happening around RFID and improving or enhancing the shopping experience, as in the physical world shopping experience. So basically, watch this space. Production. Building to stock. Products are made in advance of demand based on forecast and are stored until customer order arrives. So for example, cars or auto industry in general, cars are made prior to orders really coming in. The idea is we've developed a new model, let's build it, let's get it out there, let's promote it, customers will come. The whole concept of build it and they will come. Mass customization, build to order. Products are not made until an order is placed by the customer and are made according to customer specification. In terms of mass customization, this is where we're going to do everything from scratch. Only when the order comes in will we make it. You go to a cafe and you order a coffee. Would you like sugar with that? What kind of milk would you like? One shot, double shot, and so on. That's mass customization. Postponement. A hybrid basic unit of products are manufactured in advance of demand and held in strategic form or location. Upon demand, final customization occurs. An example for postponement. So think about your mobile phone. It is made up of lots of different components. Now, regardless of what brand name is on the phone itself, whether it's Samsung, Huawei, Apple, Google, in reality, your phone is made up of lots of different components. The screen, for example, would be made from one particular company who are going to be manufacturing in advance of demand. i.e., they know that certain screen sizes are likely to sell. And then once the demand comes in for a particular screen size or a particular phone, even, they would send those screens that are already pre made out there for it to be finally customized. Now, if, say, Apple picks it up, they will use those screens which were pre made to suit their product. If Huawei picks it up, once again, same process. If Google picks it up, same process. So that's an example of postponement.